Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Mars 4 and Barnsy. I hope everybody's doing great at the moment. I know we're living through difficult times, aren't we, but if we keep pushing forward and persevering, we'll get through it. Human beings always do. This particular area of Mars, right, we're going to be looking at these two craters and the surrounding area, and they're both within an area called Hellas Basin, and it's the biggest impact crater on Mars apparently. It's about 2,500 kilometers in diameter. I think it's one of the biggest in the solar system, and you know, the NASA ESA scientists suggest that there was a lot of ice in the area and a lot of water and glaciers even throughout the Hellas Planitia area. And I can certainly tell you that this image, in my humble opinion, is it's so full of anomalies. It's an amazing image. Okay, so let's get straight into it. I don't want to make the video too long, and I'm just going to point out some anomalies that I think stand out. There's not going to be anything as usual in all the videos that I produce. There's not going to be anything that's going to show 100% definitive that we're looking at the remnants of a civilization that once existed on Mars, because the image, the resolution isn't really good enough for that. I think on this it's about 49 feet per pixel, so every single per pixel is like 50 feet. That's the resolution that we're looking at. So it's it's about 15 meters per pixel, so it's quite difficult to make out small objects, but we can certainly have a look at larger objects and come to a decision on, come to a conclusion as to what we're looking at. And I'm going to show you a lot of circumstantial evidence that an ancient civilization did once exist in this area. I'm going to show you some other videos besides this one, that I'm going to produce now. I'm going to be showing you other stuff. There's a lot of dust in this area, so, and the way the digital image is being produced, everything looks very flat and non three-dimensional. Okay, but anyway, let's get straight into it. The first thing I want to show you, right, which I think is just amazing, is this. Okay, is this feature here. Now, when I look at that, I see a wall. I see a physical structure that looks to me as if it's being produced by an intelligent culture. Okay, if you look at it, you can say it starts from here because there's lighter areas. Starts from here, and it's also like curves here, but it's like a 90-degree angle here. Then there's another 90-degree angle. It goes in at the back of the wall here, but then it carries on along to our right as we're looking at it, and then does a 90-degree angle here, and then along again. It actually goes to about there, maybe even further, but you can just see that straight line there, and then it comes along this way. And I think it's a physical wall. It's a structure. Okay, and at the back of the wall here are multitudes of structures. They just look like pixels on this, but I'm going to try and show you them a little bit clearer. Okay, so that's the first thing I want us just to look at very, very quickly. So if I can find this amongst all the, what I've got here. Okay. Okay, so this is a close-up. I put it in magnifier, and so we can have a little maybe have a look at it in more detail. So let's go to actual pixels. So there's even an archway here, guys. I can see an archway there, and you can see the straight lines. And if you look very, very carefully, you can see structures here. What I suggest you do if you want to is like get a magnifying glass of some sort. I mean, this is the best I can do with the tools that I've got. I do look at these in every colour, every contrast, different brightness, and eventually I get an overall picture of what I'm looking at. But it's very difficult to convey to yourselves exactly what I'm trying to show you. But this is a wall, okay? You know, it's got to be 1,000+ feet in length, easy. Um, it's absolutely huge. And here, like I say, you can see all these little squares here. You can see an entranceway. These are all structures. I mean, look at that there. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 structures in a symmetrical pattern, and it's in an opening. Look at the 90-degree angles on that. It looks as if it's being cut out by a machine or something like that. You can actually see, I'll go right in, you can actually see the square edges, 90-degree angles, and there's the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then there's other structures here, guys. That's roughly like a cross shape here to structure. You've got where this 90-degree angle is, this comes along. You've got the back of the wall here, and then and there's like a pathway or another wall or a road that goes up that way. Okay, so that's the first anomaly. The second one is, if I just get this out the way, the second one is this here. Again, I think we're looking at a wall again, and this side of the wall here is eroded and collapsed downwards. So there's either structures here or big giant blocks. There's like a very symmetrical entranceway there, and there's like a platform here, but it's covered in dust and debris. Okay, um, you know, I've got a feeling these are structures as well, but the resolution just isn't really good enough to bring them out. But if you look at that, you can clearly see, I'm not exaggerating, you can clearly see straight lines that come up like this, and it comes along, and it gives you the impression of a wall. And if you look very carefully at the back here, you can see what looks like a bridge. See this? This, I think, is a bridge, and it may, it may form part of the wall here, but it actually goes past, because there's another section of it further down, and you can see where it's actually like a square enclosure. This is a square enclosure, and that bridge sort of comes up, and then it goes along this way. There's like a road there, and this is another part here, although admittedly it is very difficult to make out. That is another part of the bridge. You can see under it here, and you can see the pillars, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 4 pillars, but that again is a bridge, and there's an oval shaped entrance there, because this road just goes right along the side of the craters, comes along at the back here, and I think it may come down this very bright area here and at the back, and you see it there, and then you see the bridge comes along and it carries on. But look at that. That to me looks artificial, but I'm going to leave it to you guys to decide on that. Okay, so we've got the wall here, we've got structures at the back of the wall and symmetrical patterns, and then above it we've got this road that runs around the back, and we've got a big wall here, okay, which is collapsed. You can see the 90-degree angles there, and I don't know what this is here. I think there's structures here. See these things sticking up? They're on like a platform. There's like 1, 2, 3. They're on like a platform, and it's this is like a, what can you call it, like a courtyard, and these are in the centre of this raised platform. Okay, guys, see that even that looks like a a raised road there. Okay, so we just go on to that one. Okay, there's quite a few, so I'm just trying to, you know, see, this is in the far left of the image, okay, and you can actually see another square area here, okay, you see that? Say from there, it runs down 90-degree angle here, and it comes along here, and you can just see it taking a right here, and it gets to like this area, but it looks as if there's been a lot of mass waste in there, and there's a lot of debris that's piled down, so it's blocking. I can just about see it there, but it looks as if a lot of debris is crashed into it, so you can't really see the full rectangle or square area. But there's an entranceway there, okay, so these are walls and structures, guys, okay, and then this is a wall here, see that? That's a wall, and there's like a footpath along the top. See, these are footpaths here. Okay, so that last one there is this area here. Just let me go back to the main image. Okay, so that's that area there, see? I can't go in too much because it just pixelates completely, but there's that square area, and I think these are eroded buildings, I really do. And if we just go back to our wall here, so we've got our bearings. Here is another road there. See that little tiny? This is like a bridge that goes across, and then it runs at the back. There's another part of the bridge there, and it runs round the back here until we come to our symmetrical area in our wall. There it is, the bridge again. There's the bridge again there, and it just goes right the way round. You can just see it there again, and there it is. And then we can just see very faint symmetrical patterns here, but it's a road that seems to run right round the back. Okay. Now the next area we're going to look at is, I think we'll look at this area here, because this is full of eroded structures. Full. You can just see lines here now. It's not, obviously it's very pixelated on this, but this area is just full. So what I'm going to do is just click back on that, and I'll show you that area in close-up. Okay, so this is the area in close-up here. Just let me go into Adobe. Okay, so straight off, if you look at it very carefully, you can see these two areas here, and they look like silver globes or something like that, and they're both more or less identical to each other, and one's on the left, one's on the right, and one's on the left, and they're both on the side of a rectangular entranceway, okay, which is like a perfect opening, really. Okay, and here is like a passageway, but it's raised off the floor. You can see one pillar, you can see two. There's an entranceway underneath it, and it's like raised off the floor, and you can actually see the walls here. If you look very carefully, you can see raised walls, and there's a lot of dust. There's a lot of sand here, which is covering a lot of these structures, and you can actually see structures here in these bright areas. Can you see them? And like I say, those silver globes or whatever they are just, but they're both identical. These are all structures. Everything you can see here are structures, and and this road or wall here, if you follow it along, it comes up to this massive entrance way between these two, what I'm presuming like a rock, as if this is being cut through the rock, like there's a big passageway. These are structures here. It's either rock or their structures. You can see buildings on the top, and if you have a look here, look how symmetrical that block is there. Can you see it? It's like a perfect block. I'm presuming that's a structure as well. Okay, just let me. What I've done is I darken that up a little tiny bit, and I use the contrast tool on it to try and bring out some of these lighter areas. But I think if you look at it, you know, with your peripheral vision and just keep staring at it, you'll soon get your eye in, and you can see that there seems to be walls and roads and structures, and these are all entranceways. See these dark areas? These are all entranceways beneath the ground or into these structures. Now I don't know whether these had roofs on and they collapsed. I don't know, but they're certainly symmetrical, and to me they don't look natural. I mean, look at all these structures here. Take a very, very close look at it, and you can see that, you know, I just think a culture here on Mars has built all this. I really do. But you make your own mind up. Look at these symmetrical patterns here, and you decide for yourself whether you think a civilization built this or not. But this particular area is absolutely full of structures. Can you see the road and the way it's raised off the ground? And you can see like little pillars there. See the way that's raised off the ground, and again you can see under it. Look at the wall, guys. I don't know what this is. It's unusual. Let me see what else I've got. There's like a tube here that comes up, and it's sort of built into the ground. See it? Here. And you know, there's like a silver object. Let me just open that up in Adobe. See, it's like a glow, it's like the other two silver globes I showed you before, but this one seems bigger, and it's like a silver dome, isn't it? It's like a silver dome, and you can just see where there's an entranceway here, and there's maybe another one there, so you could walk underneath it. See these dark areas? These are entranceways. But this is all eroded and destroyed. So I don't know whether it was a road or a pipe, maybe pumping water, or it was maybe something to do with industrial. I don't know. And you know, it's really, really interesting. This here. Let me show you that now. Look at that, guys, there. That is a perfect rectangle. It's a rectangle shape, isn't it? And it seems to be made up of individual structures. You know, you can even count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Goes straight, and then it turns left here, 90-degree angle, and it comes down again. But you can see quite clearly that is a structure of some sort. And I'll just pull out a little tiny bit. This looks maybe, I don't know, is it a road? Is it a wall? It's hard to say because of the resolution of the image. But again, I'm very suspicious of this. Very suspicious. You know, I don't think it's natural. And look at that. You don't get that in nature, do you? So symmetrical. Just let me see if there's anything else. we've had a look at that. And there's a broader picture of our, I call it the Great Wall of Hellas Basin, and I do think that's exactly what it is. And you can see that's that doesn't look natural, does it? Okay then, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to make the video too long, but Hellas Basin was formed, I think it was 3.8 to 4.1 billion years ago, and the asteroid impact, whatever it was, would have like partly destroyed the planet. It's so big, so it's unlikely that there was any life there at that time. So this culture must have come a long time after, and maybe they built in this area to mine it, or if there was plenty of water there and ice, and there might have been loads of minerals and everything else, and that's what they were doing. Maybe it was a commercial, an industrial site or something like that. Okay then, guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do comment, and if you've got any questions, I'll try and clarify anything that I might have missed in the video. Thanks very much for watching again. Thank you. Bye bye.